What is up, everyone? I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. As you guys know, I'm in my car a lot, so I listen to a lot of motivational videos on YouTube. Especially in the morning, I probably start my day with a motivational video every day. I've probably been doing it every morning now for, I don't know, at least 5 years in a row. I think it's a great way to start the day. Some of my favorites are Jim Rohn. I would say if you need motivation in business, Jim Rohn. If you need motivation in your personal life, Les Brown. And overall motivation, probably Tony Robbins, right? Amongst many other people that you'll run into. If you need that get up and go, if you need that swift, get out there, Eric Thomas, because he's going to yell at you. But like I said, there's many others that I can name. But I wanted to do a video because I cannot believe, there's this one story that Les Brown talks about, something that he went through in his life. And basically, Les Brown, he was adopted, and one of his goals in life was to purchase a home for his mother, right? That was always his goal. And he became an older man. I think this was, he didn't say the age. I think it was like in his late 30s, early 40s that, he saved up very, very hard, and he saved up enough money to put a down payment on a house. And he went to go buy a house, and the guy that he was buying it from, it was kind of like a rush deal. He was like, come on, sign the paper, right? And Les Brown said, before I purchased this home, I gotta know, is there a lien on this house? Right? This was back in the 70s. Obviously banking regulations and rules are different these days for buying a house. But anyways, at this time, he said, is there a lien on the house? The guy said, no, there's no lien on the house. Purchased the house only to find that the bank called him after the purchase and said, there is a lien. We need $12,000 in 1 week, or else we're going to take the house from you. Right? Not only did they buy the house, they had a going away party in their neighborhood, right? They lived in a really, really tough neighborhood, right? So everybody gathered around. They patted Les Brown on the back. You did it, man. You did it, big man. You finally bought a house for your mother. They had a going away party, a cookout, a barbecue. They packed up the moving trucks. Bye. Everybody in the neighborhood's waving them bye. They went off to start their new life, only for his dreams to be shattered by this $12,000 lien that they needed in 7 days. So Les Brown tried to work with them, and he told them, please, just can you give me 3 months? I'll work night and day. Just give me some time. I'll come up with the money. And they said, we need it in 7 days, or else, there's nothing else to talk about. So unfortunately, he didn't sleep for 7 days. He paced back and forth. There's nothing he can do. It was out of his hand. He lost the house, right? He lost it. So they had to go back to their old neighborhood. So let's just pause here, right? You can imagine how devastating this is, not just for him, but for any man, for any human on earth. How devastating is this? Especially men, you know how our egos are. So, all right, let's jump back into the story. Him, his mom, his sister, they pack the moving truck back up from their new house and go back to their old neighborhood. He said as soon as we got to the old neighborhood, he made eye contact with with the neighbors. And they walked up to him and like, Les, what's happening? Why are you guys back? And Les just said he held his head down, like he couldn't keep his head up, and his mom told him, raise your head up high, right? This is just a minor setback in life. But he said he felt so low. He felt like such a failure. All this work, all these years. Of course, his down payment, whatever down payment that he put on the house, eviscerated. They don't give that back. All of this hard work, he saved every penny for years and years. Gone. But he didn't give up. He just, he got right back to it, which is very commendable. It's beautiful, really. How many men do you think would go through a predicament like that, and they would turn to drugs, turn to alcohol, turn into, something else that's self-destructive. This happens every day. I mean, maybe there's a homeless person you see and they went through something similar and they couldn't pick themselves back up for it. Their will got destroyed, and their mind, they just couldn't get through it. So I'm really amazed by this story. It's absolutely phenomenal that, you can imagine. We were just hearing the short version. All we're hearing is, I went through X, Y, and Z. I got up and went to work. That's all we're hearing. We're not hearing, every day maybe the neighbors were giving him hell. Like, oh, you thought you could go buy a house. You thought you were going to escape this neighborhood. You're not going to escape. Of course he got out that neighborhood. Of course. He bought his mom a house, everything he wanted. He's a multi-millionaire now. It's a beautiful story. If you've never looked up Les Brown, look him up. It's really amazing, and it's a motivation to everyone.